It's Monday the 22nd of June 2020 and I'm back at the north end of Penn Wood near the A404 road to do a walk along Chiltern Heritage Trail. I've just got off the bus at this bus stop. We now head along this unmade road. At the end of the short unmade road, the walk continues along this path between fences. The enclosed path leads to this path across a field. At the end of the field in the last clip, we turn left along a bridleway known as Toby's Lane. Continuing along Toby's Lane. Toby's Lane passes through this slightly more open area. A little further on and Toby's Lane is definitely more open. Now enclosed again. Further on, Toby's Lane becomes almost overgrown. Now less overgrown, or not overgrown here, going downhill. And there's now a wood on the left. Through a gap over to the left, there's this view. The first Chiltern Heritage Trail sign I've seen today. We're now going to turn left along this road. On the other side of the road is the Crown Inn, but the walk goes down there. Now walking along this road, just to let you know that the Crown Inn and where that sign was were in Little Missenden. Now in the centre of Little Missenden and at the Red Lion Inn. Just past the Red Lion, there's a road junction with this lovely sign. Now passing St John the Baptist Church, Little Missenden. Another view of the church. We leave the road on the left. And head diagonally across this field. There's a nice Chiltern Heritage Trail sign, and we are now going into another field. We just crossed a bridleway where that sign was. Now following this hedge on the right. Nice row of wild poppies. And there's the path continuing of Chiltern Heritage Trail. view looking back the way I've come. I'm going to pan round. I'm going into the sun, but the views are superb. And that's the path that I'm following. Now in the next field, and there's the path. We're now about to enter a strip of woodland, and that leads out to a road. Now in the woodland, very pleasant. Now at the road at Little King's Hill. That's the way we go. There's about half a mile of road walking, but there's a pavement on the opposite side. This road seems to be quite busy. We turn right off the road along this path, and as you can see, we're also following the route of the South Bucks Way long distance footpath. So we're now going to follow the edge of this playing field. At the end of the recreation ground, we take that path, and I think it leads to a road. After the road, Chiltern Heritage Trail follows this enclosed path. At this fork, just inside an area of woodland, Chiltern Heritage Trail goes up there. After the wood, the path goes diagonally across this field. After the field in the last clip, more road walking down here. At this fork, we go left up there. At this right hand bend, we leave the tarmac and head along this byway. Now heading along the wide byway. The very pleasant byway continues. We now leave the byway by going through this kissing gate. I've had some route finding problems, but I think I'm back on route now, and I'm about to exit the woods. The walk now goes along the edge of this field. We now take this lane down to another road. I've only walked about 90 yards along this road, and now, as you can see, we take the path off to the right through that gate. The path now heads to the wonderful angling spring wood across this field. And here's an information board about angling spring wood. And we're now walking down the main path in angling spring wood, heading for Great Missenden station and the end of today's walk. Walking along the main path through angling spring wood. This really is one of my favourite woods. And there's the main path that Chiltern Heritage Trail follows. We're now leaving the wood and are heading for Great Missenden along the edge of that field. And there's a great view looking back to Angling Spring Wood. And there is another great view looking back to Angling Spring Wood. At the bottom we take this fenced path which bears off to the left. Come to this trackway and turn left. I think it leads to a main road and we'll be in Great Missenden. Now on the road in Great Missenden, and there's the railway, we're crossing it. That's the station. Now at Great Missenden Station and the end of today's walk along the Chiltern Heritage Trail.